Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, September 11th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. To start off this morning, I'd like to take a moment and just remember what happened 19 years ago today. We want to remember the 2,977 people that died and the more than 25,000 people that were injured. A little bit later this morning, please take a moment and pause and just reflect at 8:46 a.m., 9:03 a.m., 9:37 a.m., and 10:03 a.m. And right now, I'd like to pause for a moment for the memory of those we lost. Thank you. Okay, I screwed up yesterday, and thank you to everybody who let me know. Yeah, I left Trevor out in the Maker's Minutes, so I am going to be putting him in today. So you're going to have a Maker's Minute, which normally would be on Thursday, on Friday. But keep in mind, as you're listening to him, his todays are actually yesterday, and his tomorrows are actually today. Again, my apologies to Trevor and anybody that we may have missed on the Thursday. My excuse, I spent the last 2 days at a Leadership Anne Arundel retreat, which was outstanding, by the way, and we'll have more on that a little bit later on in the year. Also, I'm going to try to get back into our regular weekend stuff to do segment. It's small, it's scant, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now let's get on with it. Yesterday, Governor Hogan announced the acquisition of 250,000 of the rapid point antigen tests. These will be deployed to nursing homes, assisted living facilities, correctional and juvenile detention centers across the state. And what this is a test for COVID that can deliver results in just 15 to 20 minutes. The governor did say that they are not taking place of the state's PCR diagnostic test, which is the nose swabs. They continue to be the backbone of Maryland's long-term testing. This is all part of the bipartisan interstate testing compact that Governor Hogan signed with the Rockefeller Foundation, where 10 states are each trying to get 500,000 of these rapid tests. The 10 states that are participating, and it is bipartisan, which is kind of cool, equally split between Republicans and Democrats. But Maryland, Arkansas, Louisiana, Massachusetts, Michigan, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Ohio, Utah, and Virginia are all participating. Maryland is the first one to get a bunch of the tests in and deploy them. The EPA is getting sued. The Chesapeake Bay Foundation is suing them in federal court, saying that they have not done enough to ensure that Pennsylvania and New York are doing enough to reduce their pollution that flows into the Chesapeake Bay. This was brought by the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and the Watermen's Association, and in a statement, William Baker, who's the foundation's president, said, "This is a moment in time for the Chesapeake Bay. This is the time for America to show that it can save a national treasure that is polluted." Now, Maryland Attorney General Brian Frosch also filed a similar suit. And I've got some good news for those that are still unemployed, and it starts today. The Lost Wages Assistance Program, which was a grant by FEMA, kicks in today. What this does is it gives you an extra $300 a week in unemployment benefits to residents who did lose wages because of the pandemic, on top of the additional $100 that Maryland is paying. This does sort of, quote, unquote, replace the $600 that the federal government was paying, which expired at the end of July. If you are eligible for this additional $300, you will be notified through the state's Beacon portal and by email. And there will be a total of 6 weeks of $300 payments for a total of $1,800. They will be retroactive to August 1st and will be paid through September 5th. So some good news there. All right, that does wrap it up for the news today. Please make sure you're checking out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day, because we do update it throughout the day. If you are someplace you can leave us a rating or a review, please do that, and make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues know about us as well. You want to hang tight, because we do have, yes, Trevor coming on with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minutes. And we've also got our suggestions for things you may want to check out this weekend. And as we have every day, George Young is standing by with your local DCMD VA weather. And all of that is coming up right after this brief message from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMD VA weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, September 11th. Yesterday brought more clouds and rain to the Annapolis region as expected, with some heavy rain in spots leading to numerous areas of flooding throughout the DC-Baltimore metro region in the afternoon and evening hours. While today might technically bring another small threat for more rain, the overall outlook is for much better conditions with lower humidity and highs around 80 degrees. More of the same tomorrow with even cooler temps in the 70s as a breezy east wind helps keep temps down a bit before a rebound to the mid-80s or so for highs on Sunday, though that comes with another elevated chance for showers and storms much of the day into the evening and nighttime hours. As for the outlook for next week, look for highs around 80 on Monday before sunshine and mid-70s Tuesday and Wednesday, with more sunshine expected late week as temps work their way back up to 80-plus degrees Thursday and Friday. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMD VA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMD VA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores. And also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website each day at DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
What are we going to do about Mom?
What kind of care does Dad need?
How much will it cost?
Who will take care of them?
These are the tough questions that come with aging parents. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care can help. We have the experience and the resources to help you find those answers. To help you gain peace of mind, we can answer the when, the where, the how, and everything in between. Give us a call or stop by for confidential, free assistance. We're here for those conversations, and maybe it's time you were too. Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care, a new community designed with Annapolis in mind. Visit our Sales and Information Center at 947 Bay Ridge Road or online at bayvillageassistedliving.com. We know these are hard conversations, and we're here to help when you need us.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker Minutes, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor with Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Tomorrow at Wildberry Farms out near Gambrills, they're having an Annapolis Wedding Vendor Happy Hour. And then on Saturday, check out their second Saturday Wildberry Vendor Market with lots of cute and fun gifts and crafters. Saturday at London Town Gardens down in Edgewater, check out Learning at London Town, What's in a Tree? In this science and observation-focused program, children will explore the gardens and learn about the trees that live at London Town, followed by a tree-themed experiment. At Wine and Design in Annapolis, they have more take-home kits and virtual classes. This week, check out Celia's Garden, Stacked Pumpkins, Kiddo Cupcake, Fall Park Bench, Monogram Pumpkin, and Flora Goddess take-home kits and virtual classes. Also check out their 5-slot Bring 5 Friends class tomorrow night, as well as their on-demand virtual class and DIY You Choose, where you can pick from a selection of different paintings. over the Annapolis streaming Facebook group, now just called Annapolis Music. You can find on Sunday Doc Pine's Doomsday Brunch number 14, Larry Lay streaming for Brian Baru on Wednesday, and they have lots of other live in-person musical performances. Like tonight at the Annapolis Town Center, they're doing another Vinyl and Vino, a fun night of wine cocktails, graze boxes, and sweet boxes provided by Vintage Views Wandering Bar, as well as tunes spun by DJ Crawdad. At Art Farm, on Saturday, check out an outdoor mini art camp for ages 10 through 14. New at Art Farm this fall, every other Saturday, kids will enjoy a variety of projects and rotating teachers. Classes will be held outdoors on days when the weather cooperates, and indoors at the Art Farm studios when the weather's bad. On Sunday, check out Art Farm's First Exposure digital photography series. Learn how to use that digital camera you got and never got around to learning, or brush up on some skills that might have gotten rusty. Topics include ISO, aperture and speed settings, lenses, creating a good exposure, exploring different kinds of light, using your flash, and more. And it also looks like they're adding a third part to teach you more about editing. And then on Wednesday, Art Farm's doing an outdoor sketch night at the Annapolis Town Center every other Wednesday. Outdoor art and music fun on the green. Sketch a professional in-costume model and enjoy music provided by a DJ. All experience levels are welcome. Bring your own supplies or purchase them from Art Farm at the event. Also enjoy giveaways and deals from merchants at Annapolis Town Center such as Smythe Jewelers, South Moon Under, Gordon Biersch, and Neo Pizza. And also keep an eye out for Art Farm's online virtual classes, with new ones starting in a couple weeks. At Maryland Hall this week, among other things, because they always have too much going on there. On Wednesday, check out an artsy evening outdoor workshop, a fun date night couples workshop, where you'll be preserving treasured mementos by decoupaging them into a bowl, frame, or box. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week, as always, they have a bunch of Facebook Live story times for kids every weekday. But then also today, check out Garden Roundtable. Learn about effective and sustainable horticultural practices, gardening tips and tricks, as well as being a humane gardener. This month's discussion focuses on poison ivy, lasagna gardening, autumn crops, lawn alternatives, and seed saving. Also today, check out Frederick Backman, Anxious People. New York Times bestselling author Frederick Backman joins Maryland Humanities and co-host Frederick County Public Libraries, Curious Iguana, and Weinberg Center for the Arts for a virtual event to discuss his latest book, Anxious People, about the world of a failed bank robber and a disparate group of strangers who become unwitting hostages with unforgettable insights into the human condition and a gentle reminder to be compassionate to all the anxious people we encounter daily. On Saturday, check out Kids Writer Live with Susan Muadi Daraj, the author of Farah Rocks, an exciting new book series from Capstone. It's the first book series to feature a Palestinian-American character, the brave, funny, and smart Farah Hajar. Farah has a large rock collection, so grab some rocks from your yard and some paint and join author Susan Muadi Daraj in a rock painting activity while she reads from the book. All participants will be entered into a raffle to receive one of 5 copies of Farah Rocks. On Tuesday, check out the O'Malley Senior Center Book Club with the Odenton Library, a virtual meeting of the O'Malley Senior Citizen Book Club with no assigned genre for the September meeting. Just come ready to share one exciting book that you've read recently. Also on Tuesday, More Than Sad, teaching parents how to recognize the signs of depression and other mental health problems in teens, initiate a conversation about mental health with their child, and get help. And also on Tuesday, check out the virtual Anime and Manga Club. Share your love of Japanese animation and comics with fellow otaku. On Wednesday, there's another Intro to Library ebooks and streaming, highlighting all the options that you have with the library to borrow or stream entertainment. And finally on Wednesday, there's another Guys Book Club, this time with Frank Herbert's Dune. At Unallocated Space in Severn, they haven't been having any in-person classes, but they've been doing things virtually. On Thursday nights, they've been doing an online virtual happy hour. But then tomorrow night, check out their DC 443 Hacker Hangout, as well as their Hack the Box working group, socializing and learning how to hone your own InfoSec skills at the same time. And at Annapolis Makerspace this week, tonight we're having another bi-weekly open house and new member orientation night. If you want to see what the shop is like before deciding to join, tonight's a good night to drop by. Also tonight, I'll be taking our electronics night online, so if you have any interest in Raspberry Pis, Arduinos, any digital arts, feel free to drop in on our online session. If you have any questions about the Annapolis Makerspace or the Maker Minutes or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
There's always something going on over the weekend in the area, and we're here to narrow it down with our top picks for this weekend. Oh, and be sure you're signed up for the Ion Annapolis Weekly Events newsletter. It's free and comes to you every Friday at 12:30 p.m. There's a sign-up link at the top of every page at ionannapolis.net.
All right, here we go with the big weekend events. And it all starts tonight at 7 p.m. at Maryland Hall. Well, not really at Maryland Hall per se, but on their Facebook page. It is their online kickoff to Arts Alive. It will be coming from the front lawn at Maryland Hall, and they're going to be sharing the vision of the future about the community, collaborations, as well as stuff that they've been doing to the campus. It will include a special front stairs concert by award-winning national recording artist and Maryland native Carone Jones, and my friend at WRNR, Rob Tim, will be the MC. He's always a lot of fun. You want to go to the Facebook page for Maryland Hall at 7 p.m. Sliding into Saturday at 11 a.m. If you have a sweet tooth, I have just the ticket for you. It is Sweet Satisfaction. It is the ice cream truck at Homestead Gardens in Davidsonville. While one ice cream place has 31 flavors, this one may not have 31, but boy, this is creamier and much more rich, and this is a great ice cream cone, whether it be on a cake cone or a waffle cone. Again, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Homestead Gardens, and this is in the Davidsonville location right there on Central Avenue. All right, so there you are, 2 of them. It's a far cry from what we had in 2019. Fingers crossed that it'll be a far cry from what we'll see in 2021, but it is what it is. Enjoy, stay safe, have a good weekend, and we'll be back on Monday.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.